Just give it a shot. That's all I'm saying. I got broken up with pretty recently. It was over something stupid. I take Cialis. I don't take it for sexual performance enhancement like I'm sure you do, sir. I take it for sports performance enhancement. Turns out, if you take about a third of the dose you need to get your dick up, it adds endurance to the rest of your muscles. And you train harder. You know what I'm saying? That went right over your head. It's okay. So not long ago, I got the second refill on my prescription delivered by mail, and I wasn't home when it arrived, but my girlfriend was. And when I got home, she wanted to know who I'd gone through 2 bottles of Cialis with. She said she knew it wasn't her. She hadn't gotten a full erection from me in months. Probably right about that. I'm a very honest person, so I told her the truth. I take it when I'm at the gym with the guys. I'm single now. It's not really that funny. It's a comedy show. Fuck it. I just went on my first date earlier this week, back on the market. Thank you. You're silent for that. You laugh at me getting done. Cool. I didn't meet this girl, but she slipped me her number at a comedy club in San Francisco. She lives down there. And we made plans to have dinner down in the city. And, you know, aside from the blocks of empty, once thriving businesses and people shooting up all over the street and the guy that was taking a shit in tandem with his dog while I was parking, San Francisco's a really nice place. It gets a bad rap. After the dog and the dog's person finished shitting, I was able to get out of my car. There was a Chinese bakery right there. I love that stuff. I ran in, got some items, and then had like a block and a half to walk, and I walked in front of the San Francisco Honda dealership, and a settler ran up to me. I call homeless bums settlers. They steal from the natives. They build forts. It's more accurate. And this settler ran up to me, and the settler ran up to me, and he asked me if I would co-sign on a car with him. He wanted a Civic, and he said he had everything he needed other than a driver's license, credit, and money. And I was about to ask him what else you need, and then a transvestite and a pink tutu on a unicycle rode by, and he took off after that thing like a dog chasing a squirrel. This is all true. And then I got to the restaurant, and there was another settler, a really thin one, posted up by the door, looked hungry. So I offered this settler my stuff from the Chinese bakery, and they pushed it away. They said, "No thanks, I don't eat sugar, that stuff will kill you." Although that was a weird thing to say considering his presentation. And so I said, "Do you not accept cash either, only Bitcoin?" And the settler glared at me and said, "That would be stupid. You can't buy meth with Bitcoin." And ironically, in San Francisco, you can buy meth with Bitcoin. They have an app for it. I've seen it done. I didn't do it, but I was meth adjacent. And Bitcoin was like $67,000 today. He could have gotten more meth, so he fucked up. Don't feel bad for him. Really. I'm sure he got cash from somebody. So at dinner, she was already there, and when I sat down in front of her, I realized I'd never seen her face to face before. And she was beautiful.
Oh, yay!
Like, gorgeous. Like, if she had herpes, I was gonna get it. And then about 2 minutes and 15 seconds into our conversation, her left eye went down and out. It wasn't lazy, like had a stroke and then cardiac arrest and just died. And she kept on talking, and then 15 seconds later, she dropped her head down, threw her eye back into place. For the next 2 hours, every 2 minutes and 15 seconds, her eye would try to leave the conversation. 15 seconds later, she'd throw it back into place. At no point did she offer me any explanation.
Excuse me.
I was glad when dinner was over. I knew it wasn't going to work out. It wasn't really the eye, like, everybody's got something. It wasn't that serious. It wasn't like she had bangs. It was the communication issues, and I just promised my therapist, in exchange for a blowjob, that I wouldn't get anything going on with girls with communication issues. I want to keep the therapist, so I needed to keep my word. And we got out of the restaurant, and she asked me if I'd walk her to her car. I felt like that was a good thing to do. I didn't want to settle her to come after her. And then when we got to her car, she stopped at her door and she turned around and faced me and she said, "I'm not leaving until you kiss me." And then her eye went and I waited for her to throw it back in, and she just left it there and was just staring at me and the fire hydrant that was Do you guys think I kissed her?
But yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I kissed her. I kissed her passionately. And then we went back to her studio, and I took her to her bed, and I took her panties off of her, and I put them all over her head like an eye patch. She looked like a millennial pirate. You know, everything I've said this evening was true except for that. That's disgusting. Anyway, hey, shout out to the girls that get full sleeve tattoos but don't fix their teeth. I love you. Thank you, guys.